hang out? It's
Yeah,
like,
let's
no.
put a gladiator pit. That's our new sport. It's just gladiator pit.
I don't feel like doing that today. Thank you. Oh, we'll pay you. Okay, I'll go get my leg chopped off. Let's do it. Anyway, hey guys. There's a lot I'll do for money. I won't lie.
I know, and I will never forget that night.
Hey,
Speaking of
that
which,
was special.
speaking of money, was that why Yondis ran away? He was scared for his money.
He doesn't have any money, so no, clearly not. Clearly, he's beyond worldly possessions. Okay?
I forgot my meds. You guys talk. I'll be back in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's clear from you shit-talking Yondis. You better apologize when he comes back.
Apologize to who?
To Yondis.
Why would I apologize to Honda?
Not you, Tyler.
Tyler's not even here. Well, why would
When he
Tyler
gets
apologize to
back.
Yondis? Ophios would.
That was Tyler the person, not the character.
Rena is
Anyway.
threatening arm wrestling, and it looks like she has a piece of spaghetti for an arm. That was actually too
I
good.
could win.
That was actually too good.
What about arm wrestling?
Not just Rita's a funny person.
That's news to me.
Sorry for talking about serious topics, chat, today. My therapist had to cancel today, so I didn't have a therapist appointment today like I normally do. So I wanted to talk about those things.
I've tried therapy. It doesn't work with me.
It's all about finding the right person or right
Yeah, there's
feel.
there's
a
like
lot
16
to
different
it.
styles.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's more than 16 styles. I'm sure there's more than 16 million
16,
options
like,
of people that I
main
could go to.
whatever.
I've tried therapy and I'm just sitting there like, hi stranger, why the fuck am I talking to you?
Well, you're
I'm
paying
good.
them, so you
Because
better-
they have an objective opinion and they can't. They don't know the people you're
Oh,
talking.
you think it's objective? Oh, that's cute. I think it's very subjective. I think it's quite I don't want to tangent for too long, but I think that there's
No,
definitely
go
a
ahead.
subjective
Tell us why you want to
opinion.
disestablish
So
the
no,
mental
I
health
think
field.
I think therapy is great for some people. I think it has. There's no denying the fact that for some people it really is incredibly helpful. It helps you either get over difficult things that you're going through, or honestly just sometimes to organize your thoughts. It's like the whole idea of why you have a rubber duck sitting next to your desk when you're a coder, right? Like sometimes you just need to explain the code that you're writing to the rubber
It is
duck,
so
and it just
necessary
makes
to
sense.
have the rubber duck.
Like,
It's necessary.
Like, do you actually have a rubber duck, or do you have something similar?
I have claptrap.
Okay, there you go. Perfect. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like sometimes you just need to explain it, and that's an inanimate object, having a real person that nods along and whatnot actually can help you organize your thoughts and make you work through your own mind a lot better. So I'm not denying all of that. I'm just saying, for me, I'm like, I'd rather have ice cream. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's completely necessary for someone in the CS and IT field to talk about what they're doing while they're doing it, because if they don't, they're bad. Objectively, they will be worse.
Objectively bad people, actually. It's one of those things
Yes.
where some people have actually argued that if Hitler had somebody to talk to, that is that too far? Should we not have
No,
gone
no,
that
he needs
far?
a rubber duck.
Rubber
He
duck,
should not
right?
talk to any more
Right?
people.
Right.
Hitler should not talk to anybody.
Hitler should have had Ernie. That's all I'm saying. If Hitler had Ernie,
Yeah,
he wouldn't be
great
such a
TV
bird. You know what I mean? Like,
So we're in a dark dungeon here.
yeah, let's go
we're in a cave.
to the dungeon.
Yeah, can you open the map so we can see it? Maybe.
Yeah, let's just. I gotta remember where you guys are. Let's just go over here. Yeah,
Isn't
was
it-
No, it wasn't this one.
Roll-
was it this one?
roll-
Yeah, it
We
was this
forgot
one.
to fix our cameras.
Oh shit.
No,
Who
you
am I?
didn't. Oh no, hold up. Don't do it anyway.
Oh,
You guys were good. No, you weren't good here. So do flip your
yeah,
cameras.
Tyler, you need to blink.
I have to blink and you have to turn yours off as well.
Is it good over here too? We good. Cool. Thanks, Rena.
We know the order.
Wasn't me.
It just changes.
It was
every once
my
in a while,
fault.
'cause-
I never blinked my camera.
I have to cover stream now, so I don't see the same map you guys. Are we still doing that? I guess we already know the whole map to this floor anyway. Never mind.
We have that
Yeah,
little.
let's just cheat.
Well,
Let's cheat.
yeah, all of you teleported.
Down.
We had the level 1 little pop out that we can look
Let's
at.
cheat. Hey, Daelric, can you tell me what's in all the rooms?
No.
Come on, I've been in them.
Rena, do you remember how we finished last session? Because you're just showing up. I forgot where we ended last
jumped
session,
in
so I
the
opened the
pool.
map. Yeah, Like I'm
She
opening
just
the map
got the
going,
limitless.
oh, poor Rena. She's literally walking in from work, having a quick snack because she doesn't really have time to have a full-blown meal. And she's dropping into the stream. And I'm like, cool, what do we do? Oh, shit, Rena's limitless.
Yeah,
Limitless,
she
yeah.
already succeeded her save.
Ooh. Did I?
So yeah, you did.
Lit. That's all I
Did she
can-
just say lit?
Lit. Yeah. Sorry.
Rena has
He
been
forgot.
fired from
Sorry,
the
I'm
stream.
so
Yeah.
cringe. Sorry.
I'm so oh God.
Cringe,
It got worse.
cringe.
Awesome.
Not Pog.
So, Rena.
Champ.
Yes. Yes.
So you go into the water, you delve into the pool. You made your save, so you didn't like drink it or anything. You were mindful of what you're doing, and then you emerge from the pool, and it's as I described when we ended last session. You become so, and I'm gonna re-describe it because it's been 2 weeks IRL. You emerge from the pool with such a transcended mind, with so much awareness of everything that's going on. Your mind has perfect awareness of itself. You can like effectively read your own mind, recalling memories with perfect clarity that you probably forgot you even had beforehand. If you wanted to go through your mind and remember something, you not only know that it's there, you can filter through it like a card catalog in the old school libraries because I'm a boomer. And you could like pull out that card catalog and walk over to the area of the library that has that DVD, draw it out and watch it as though you were there. But more than that, when you're actually viewing this video, you can actually see it with greater detail and clarity for the first than you ever did beforehand, because you have again more awareness of what you experienced when you were there back then, right? The same thing goes true for now. You're so aware of what is going on around you. Once again, just like the way that you were able to hear a slight sound and just kind of like register that sound and the significance of it and where it is, and to be able to hear certain things, reflections off the water, where last you saw somebody, how well you know that person, just kind of like intuitively know that person from your experience with them. You can almost see in your mind where people are around you, not because you can feel them like you could in that room with the honeysuckle, not because you can see them like a mapped out in your mind because you just are aware of where things are spatially, just because you're so intuitive of just like their minds and how they work and your own mind and what you're visualizing. It's absolute insanity. You have such crystal clarity. You can see everything and your eyes range at once. Why are you laughing?
He's
Because
doing
I
it.
rolled a d20 and I rolled a fucking 1 and then someone did it immediately after me, so haha! And then someone rolled a
We
3,
did.
so...
Rena got the 3.
Hey, Rena, by the way, did Rena the Destroyer ever roll for hot?
Yeah, she
Yeah, I don't wanna talk about
We all rolled. Remember, I got 18.
He got the
out of-
ultimate hotness.
Oh, I
Rena
usually
got a
get
16.
I usually get between a 3 and a 5, so
I remember it was an 18, a 16, and then I got a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Daelric hates messy. Rosin,
I don't know why! What did I do?
Rosin, you win the
What god
Purple
did
Heart
I piss off?
or the Honor of Courage, or I don't know what you people have in Australia, but you win that thing. Yeah, you're super badass Prime Minister because she's super cool.
Always.
Pin something onto your chest. I know that you have a male Prime Minister, but you guys want to have the female Prime Minister from New Zealand, so I'm gonna pretend like she's yours to make you happy.
Yeah, she pinned a little, like, a little good job sticker right there.
It's hot,
Good job.
hot with 2 T's, I think, right?
It is hot with two T's, yeah.
Roll
Yeah.
4 hotness.
And it's also the number 4.
The
Yeah.
number 4.
Roll number 4, HOTT.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, don't look. Don't look. Don't look.
What are
No?
you doing?
No,
Is
Ness.
it just roll for hot?
Roll
Yeah.
for
Take
hot.
Ness out of there.
With
What's
2
Ness doing
T's.
there?
Roll for
Okay,
hot.
let's roll another 1 bait.
What?
Another
What?
6.
Another 6?
Another 6.
Are you serious? Oh, I'm scared to roll.
I'm not rolling again. I got my 18. It can't get better. So why should I
You're
roll?
not gonna
I
roll
always get
again?
between a 3 and a 5, so.
Yeah,
Is it-
Scott's gonna roll fucking pert. Oh,
I
it's-
don't know who that is that got that one.
Oh,
Ooh.
I should probably add a thing in there so it tells you who rolled it,
Yeah.
because we don't know who's the 10. Is it Josh or is it Joey?
Naga.
It's either
Well,
Josh or Joey. It's
they're
probably
sharing
honestly
a
it's
body
probably
now.
Joey because Josh is probably too soon after headache.
Why is it two T's?
Because
Why
it's
not one
hot. It's hot.
Because hot with 2 T's is attractiveness, whereas hot with 1 T is like temperature.
We're not gonna play D&D today, are we? You beat me by 1.
Listen, 7's my best so far. I'm crushing it.
I'm going again.
All right.
Come on. Hey, Daelric, what's up, my ugly brother? Hey, Daelric, you're looking especially like a 7 today.
Thanks.
Out of 18.
Rita, are we playing D&D today? Can you do me a favor to see whether we're playing D&D today? Can you roll me a D100 in Twitch chat?
Sure. What is it?
Exclamation point.
Actually, you
D1.
know what, Rina?
D100?
Instead of that, you know what you can do instead? Why don't you see if you can get Daelric bot to tell us a funny joke? Do a Dale joke and see if it's a funny joke. If it's a funny joke, then we can actually.
Is it Dale joke?
I think it's Dale jokes.
Dale jokes.
Dale jokes are never funny. Yeah, all right.
The fuck is that?
What is that joke? Wife, honey, I'm
It's
pregnant.
still going.
Me, well, what do we
I'd feel a lot
do
more
now?
comfortable going to
Well,
the
I
adult
guess
doctor.
we should go to
Oh
a baby
my
doctor.
god. Okay, that was actually
It's like 4 messages. I've never seen it do that before.
that was actually like really good.
What?
Okay.
It's not really good.
A baby.
What is wrong with you?
You
That was
walked
terrible.
away. You walked away.
I'm wearing headphones, you dummy.
But you can't read with headphones, you dumb fuck.
Right there.
Oh.
What do you want?
Ah.
Cat.
All right, Rena. I just gotta get this out of my system before we go. I'm just gonna go do this real quick.
It's
All right,
fine.
1 second. 1 second. Ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Oh my god.
Again.
It's funny,
What?
right?
Again.
Oh my god! I was like, first of all, how did he get over there? Second of all,
Wow, Daelric, you're
my
really
God.
My favorite part is Rena's reaction. Wait, what?
fast. Come on,
I was
come on.
like, oh wow, he's really gonna do it. And then you popped out, and I was like, what?
I'm so Scott. What sold it is your shirt is so
This shirt is
same
the same,
color.
yeah. That totally sold it. Oh
It's
my
not the
God.
same shirt though. It's a different shirt.
Yeah. That was sorry. Oh
So
god.
we're like in a pool of water or something?
I was like, oh, Rita hasn't seen it yet. I bet I could get her. All right.
I'm gonna kick my cat.
It was good. I liked it. Okay, yeah. Arena steps out the pool. Literally, like,
I believe Scott even described it as like you could anticipate what's going to happen before it happens.
No, it's to be clear, it's not like a degree of like it's not precognition, right? It's
instant cognition.
It's you can anticipate other people's the way other people are kind of like react or the other people's like emotions and stuff like that before they happen. You're so in tune with your own mind and with that of other people that you can like almost predict the way they're going to behave. Not
So,
predict
okay.
the way like you can't predict the fact that like I don't know, a rope up there is about to snap and fall because you know that's outside of your ability to see or perceive or whatever it is, right? But you can predict that as that thing's falling, you can predict that Messi's gonna squeal like a bitch and run. You know
so
what I
what?
mean?
Yeah. So that's what I was gonna ask though. So like, what am I getting off of Ophios and Elijah?
That's
then?
actually I can't answer that question. That's on you boys.
I'm asking them. Yeah.
I mean, Ophios is inquisitively looking at you on how you reacted because he wanted to go into the pool himself, but couldn't because it was repelled by his honeysuckle force field thing.
Sorry.
Did you
okay.
get
And Elijah.
me? Elijah's just he wants to leave. He wants to hurry up. He looks
So
impatient.
he's like impatient.
Yeah.
And then okay, so I'm assuming this is all like extremely fast paced that I'm processing all this. Like I'm like picking up on
Instant.
how Elijah's
Like
feeling. I'm picking up
subconsciously
how.
instant.
Okay, and then I can also think about other things too, like at the same time. I'm like getting all this stuff. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Sorry.
It's like Limitless if you've seen the movie.
Yeah, I have. I just didn't. I wasn't sure like how that's like happening as we're you know what I mean. Trying to figure out the mechanics for that.
It's kind of flying by the seat of your pants at the moment.
Okay.
Are you done?
She'll just say, yes, I know. I already know you're in a hurry to leave.
Oh, great. So we can go.
Well, I also know that Ophios is kind of wanting to explore more of this place. Whether or not that's a good idea, I'm not sure, but from what I can tell, there's definitely a lot to be discovered here.
I mean, what do you feel? What's happening? What did the pool do to you?
It's difficult to explain, but
Your mind is open. That right? Like,
yeah, I don't know if I could compare it to magic since I don't really know how that works, but feels like that.
Yeah, probably not.
just like what they said.
Hey, so we already know that the what? How do you say it? Hufue?
Hafue?
Hafue?
Hafue.
The
that's it.
Hufue? What
we
was
already
his
know
name
that
again?
Starts
It
with
is. Hold on. Salat.
Salat. That's what it was.
Salat. Okay.
Yeah.
We already know that Salat enters the temple and eventually makes his way into this pool before he goes into the foyer. That's how we've seen it happen before. So we know he did this, and eventually, sometime in the future, he ends up
He
getting
got
looped
trapped
back to
and
the
looped.
beginning and does it again. So I don't think it's a good idea to be following the guy who's looping time's exact moves. Can we please move on?
Fair. It would make sense that we should get to the second floor. We've spent a lot of time here on the first.
Thank you.
Given what I know, question for Scott. Given what I know about Salant so far, like, am I able to think back on all of the instances that I've interacted with him and gain any more insight?
It's a really good question, Rena. Why don't you go ahead and do me a favor? And the DCs are very different than you might imagine. You have access to things you never would have beforehand. But why don't you go ahead and actually roll me an insight check really quickly with advantage.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool. So one of the things you think about, so as he says this and you stop and you think about it, you're thinking to yourself, well, you don't necessarily have to agree with, what's his name here? Elijah, because he seems to, every time he's able to break himself from the loop, even if it's only temporarily before he has to kind of like give into it, he seems to be genuinely trying to help you guys. It's one of those things where he actually is trying to almost, you get the impression that he's genuinely trying to help you, trying to stop you from, oh, you realize something. Hold on. Think about it again. Sometimes before he's able to break through the loop, before he like realizes that he's spoken to you beforehand and he's trying to help you, sometimes he doesn't know who you are. And that's fine. He's just confused. Then he eventually breaks through and talks to you. But sometimes he does know who you are. He hears the name Ophios and he remembers it. He tries to hide it, but he knows that name. And the expression on his face is fear, anxiety. He's really good at hiding it. Don't get me wrong. Like, he's a master at hiding it. Not that time that you met him where he seemed to be on whatever this is that's affecting your mind. He had perfect control over himself. He gave off no hints or anything at that point, as he was obviously very clearly reading it. You could see how easily he was reading through you guys. After he steps into the water himself, his experience, you realize you're more or less a puppet to him because he knows you so well. He could see through you. But during those times before he stepped into the water, but he had that clarity to know who Ophios was, fear and anxiety is what takes over his mind. He knows who Ophios is. He knows who Ophios is outside of here, and he's afraid of Ophios.
I like that little smile you gave. I like a happy DM. That means I'm gonna die.
Rock fall. He's like, and rocks. She'd
And as
turn
you
to
realize
Ophios
this,
and she'd actually
Go ahead
just
and give me a wisdom
ignore.
saving throw.
She'd completely ignore whatever Elijah said, and turn to Ophios and just say, This isn't your first time meeting Salon, is it?
The
You can
first-
read on Ophios immediately. He has never met Salant prior to the same exact time that you met Salant. Both of you guys encountered him for the first time. You'd heard of him prior on your travels with Ophelia and Elijah and what's his name, the commander there, Cadus. But you, as you ask the question, you see the answer without him even having to respond, allowing you to respond for him if you want to.
This is all in succession that she's saying this to him, like not giving you a chance to speak, really. I think there's a future version of Solant that knows what's going to happen to us. Or,
As you
I should say, with us.
Kind of as like we were talking about earlier out of game, a coder having to talk out their code to a duck, and having that as they do so, they realize like the error of their code so they can correct it. As you say that out loud, you realize the error of your words. It's not a future version of him. It's a past version. He knows who Ophios is prior to entrance of the temple.
Oh, right. You just said that. Sorry.
No. You didn't necessarily know that before, but now it's like as you're getting it out, you're solidifying it. I hinted at it, but now it's solidified in your mind. But please keep going. Her character's very broken right now in a positive way.
Or I should say, not a future version, but a past version? It seems he knows you, more specifically, Ophios. And he's very much afraid of you. It must be here, because he doesn't... Well, maybe not here.
No, I just met him the first time I got to this temple. That's the first time I've ever seen him before.
She's saying that he knows you, Ophios.
But
Or
how?
heard of you, at least. I heard of you.
I'm
Well,
not Rena.
mostly.
My name isn't spoken outwards and constantly as the face of the rebellion. I'm
True, I
hidden.
didn't know you
I'm
by
secret.
name.
This
Can
face
I-
is hidden. This face is secret.
Go ahead, Rena.
I want to think back to the center room where we've like figured out the like map of the first floor.
Sure, I can actually move you guys there because you don't have to be standing in the water anymore.
Right.
I'm gonna grab you guys and move you there, okay?
Okay, thanks, Dan.
Yep, welcome.
I imagine it's like Rena is walking and talking, and we're just kind of following right now.
Yeah, she's mostly thinking. But yeah, she'll be like kind of talking like more so to herself than anything, really. Like while you two talk to each other.
Right. Ophios already tried to get into the pool, and he was considering trying again, but based off of the reaction at the beginning, it was just kind of like, this isn't going to work unless he removes it, and then goes there, and he doesn't want to remove it. Sorry.
From what I know about how this particular room works, what else can I like glean from that? Like thinking back about it.
About this room is here.
Yeah, because like when we touched the statue, then that's when we figured out kind of like the whole space, the
And we're
entirety
able
of
to
the space.
teleport.
So you're just kind of like putting into your minds, processing all the information that you've had from watching Ophios fiddle the thing, Elijah fiddle the thing, your own experience, so on and so forth. You come to realize that this room itself, it seems to be a room that's designed to affect space. Like I said beforehand, one side of it, while it moves forward, you realize is meant to bring you somewhere. And the other red line there, the same that seems to pull you back. It's almost like this room, if you understand it correctly from all the stuff that you had put together, it's meant to put a almost like a pin between two different places, spaces, and allow you to step between them.
Another question.
Shoot.
How, in these moments where I'm noticing that Solant knows Ophios, how old do I think he is?
It's is at his youngest. It is prior to them being in the temple so long that time has taken effect. It's literally like he always knows Ophios, but it seems as though because he has the ability to hide his own mind better after he steps into the water, because he has the same kind of clarity that you have right now, and you can obviously feel your own power. Because he has that, you can't really read anything off of him. He's just as good as you are. So it's prior to him stepping into the water. if you had to gauge, he must have gone into the water pretty early on from them entering into the temple, based off of your experience with the loop. Which, by the way, you don't have a perfect timing of the loop because it doesn't seem like it's a perfect loop every time, but it is approximately every 10 to 15 minutes. Or I should say about, because approximate is pretty definitive. It's about to every 10 to 15 minutes.
I'm still working it out, but I'm pretty sure this place is meant to exist in multiple spaces at multiple times. And so somehow they use this for, I don't know, maybe a base or something. But when Salant stumbled into it, I think that it may have either brought him to sometime in the past or sometime further in the future, and he just wasn't aware of it. I don't know. The details are fuzzy. There's something more to this place for sure, though.
It's Lopers. The information I've been able to gather, it's Lopers. It's their magics. It's their works. There's got to be one in here.
How long has it been since we saw Salant?
I'm thinking, sorry, because you saw him, he freaked out, and then you immediately went and checked out the other room in the water. You think he'll probably be back in the next, say, like 6 minutes or so. If you go to the entrance to where he falls and seems to get up off the ground, it'd be sooner than if you wait inside. Because you can catch him before he even takes his shoes off, right?
She'll head to the entrance then.
Sure.
Ophios will follow and be like, he'll be like, I think Elijah might be onto something. I think we need to go upstairs. But
wait, is that what Elijah said? That we should advance?
Yeah.
I thought he said that we should get out of here.
Well, off this floor.
Oh, fair.
I mean, it's your decision with where your mind is going. I would fully follow you.
Your beautiful mind.
Why can't I find I had a mini for, oh, there he is. It's not a very good mini, but. So you go outside, and do you guys talk about anything, or do you just kind of stand there?
Not outside. I thought it was the entrance before the shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, you could literally stand there then. Like, literally stand, like, kind of like right here if you'd like. Sure, that's fine.
Yeah, we're not trying to leave, just by the entrance.
No, that's fine. So my apologies. Do you guys have any conversations while you're waiting, or is it just kind of standing there silently waiting?
I mean, Ophios said what he said.
Aside from that, because a couple minutes do pass.
So just to remind everyone, so we're all on the same page.
He did say time moved faster here, is what you're getting at, right?
Yeah, can I
Made
think back
quicker.
on that and tell?
He said it works
like,
different.
How quickly? Can I glean any of that?
He said
I'm
it.
like, what can I find out?
I'll go in
You
here.
unfortunately can't tell
You
because
age
it's
faster.
relative to you. So to
Figured,
you,
yeah.
time seems normal
Okay.
where you are.
He had said like we age faster in here. He had said
That's
that.
right.
But that's relative to not in here.
The outside world, yeah.
Oh, would I know at which point in time we saw him? He was his oldest that we've seen him at.
Actually, roll me an intelligence check with advantage.
His oldest? Did he get gray hairs in here? Because if so,
he did
we
look
should
pretty
leave.
old.
Each loop,
At
it
one of
seems
them.
like he gets older, maybe.
Not
Oh,
exactly.
intelligence. Sorry, I was looking in
No.
the wrong spot.
Ouch.
What the? What?
Yeah, it's one of those things where you're like,
Never mind.
maybe it's a detail you just didn't personally see, which is why you don't know.
So
Okay.
he comes in. He
But
goes
so
to
the
pool, we
oldest
know
you've
that.
seen him, to be clear, the oldest that you've seen off the top of your head is the latest that you saw him was your most recent encounter where he had already stepped in the water prior to your
Right,
encounter.
yeah.
So I'm
He
sorry,
comes
Messi,
in
go
and
ahead.
He goes to the. He comes in. He eventually goes to the water. We're not sure if there's anything in between there. And then from the water, he eventually gets to the foyer. We're not sure if there's anything in between there.
He also
At that
said his
point-
friend drank the water and something bad happened.
Well, we don't know if it was that water, if there was a different water. Because
It was that water.
Well, we don't know for sure. But he did say that they then went upstairs to the second floor and they camped out there.
And that's when things
and-
got bad.
and then that's the last thing. That's the most recent info that we have. So we know
Yeah.
when he went upstairs and camped. That's as far as we know. There might be more, but as far as we know, that's going to be very close to the end.
So, Rena, you don't really listen to any side conversation they have because honestly, it's nothing new or intuitive to you at all. It's more or less. It sounds like birds chirping in your backyard while you're enjoying the serene view. Like they are offering nothing noteworthy. They're just animals making noises. But while you're there, you're able to kind of like glean more information about the two of them than you ever had before. Like the amount of just like sheer confidence and respect, the amount of like friendship and everything you glean off of Ophios that you can just see coming off of him now. It's like, it's almost surprising if it wasn't for the fact that you can anticipate it before. Like if you were not the heightened person you are now, but you were able to gain this kind of information, it would actually shock you how much he seems to like look up to Rena and respect her and so on and so forth. While of course they debate and argue and whatnot, you can clearly read that kind of stuff off of him. But again, it's not a shock to you because you're the one that's like, makes sense, because I can think about my experiences with him in the past. And when you look at somebody like Elijah's kind of a bit of a, not a paradox, that's what I'm looking for here. Paradox is wrong, but he kind of like throws you off because Elijah's actually, while at this moment you're able to see and understand more than you ever have beforehand, you're not necessarily more intelligent. You're just more aware than you were before. You just remember. You have perfect eidetic memory, which eidetic memory doesn't actually exist. Perfect eidetic memory, better than your experiences that you've seen with a character like, say, Sheldon from Big Bang or Sherlock from any of the versions of that, or those froggy kind of people from Mass Effect. Better than any of them, right? But Elijah, despite that, actually you can still see off him, he's extremely keen. He is always looking. He is always observing. There's not a bit of dust that moves near him that he doesn't necessarily take note of. If he catalogs it as not important and pushes it aside, that's not important. But Elijah's mind, it's one of those things where you think about how keen and how aware he is of everything around him, with him not on this whatever you're on, it makes you think to yourself, him being on this would be would be two things. One, downright, like what you can glean, he would take it to many degrees further than what you're capable of. And two, be frightening. Because if Elijah decided to not, for whatever reason, be on your side, maybe if he was able to glean negative feelings off you guys and act upon them, his ability to anticipate the way that you would act and be able to react to it would be frightening. It's almost one of those things where it's a gamble as to whether or not you would want Elijah to take that water, because he would become incredibly powerful. But either way, a few minutes. Yes.
Real quick, thinking back, would Ophios have been able to scoop up the water into like a jar?
You could scoop some of the water into a jar, yeah.
Okay, then that's something Ophios would like to do when we go past it again. That was something I actually thought about because I've kept, anytime we drink a potion, I would keep those jars.
Yeah.
Could you just
empty,
retcon it in
so-
now that you have one?
I mean, that's up to Scott.
No,
so.
he would probably, as you guys were leaving to go to the other room, it's like he was like, "Oh, we follow her out." You probably would have kind of stopped back and taken some. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, because it was one of those, he couldn't dip in because of the little shield he had around him. So
And because of his observant feat and her ability to be perceptive of everything around her, they would both be aware of the fact that you did it.
That's fine.
So anyways. Yes, Rita.
But before we continue, with your part, she'd actually turn to Elijah and ask him. So I know you're in a hurry to get out of here, obviously because of the concerns about the time, whatever. But
Coronavirus, yeah.
yes. But why else are you in a hurry to get out of here? Can I figure that out, like, as I'm asking these questions, or no?
Yeah, it's because he doesn't want to be stuck in this time loop. This terrifies him. The idea of being stuck in a time that he doesn't understand. The fact that he might already be in it and not know it is completely frightening to him.
You probably don't even have to ask that question. You'd probably understand that without asking.
Yeah.
Continue.
Did you ever see the Sherlock movies with
Yes.
Robert Downey Jr.?
You almost have to imagine a lot of this quick little RP you do can almost play out like that Sherlock Moriarty scene where they do nothing. They just sit there and play out this whole fucking combat that
That's
ends up
how
just
I'm
being like
imagining it. Yeah,
you
this
know.
is more for my
Of course.
personal slow mind that doesn't
Slow.
process. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
as
ask anything
quickly as
because I have
her.
to answer truthfully.
I'm trying to
That's
go
the
big
Scott.
brain on this, and I'm not.
Rena's like, I really need a
I've been
shot
big
right
brain
now.
all day, so.
I wish I was big brain all day. Damn. I've been small brain all day. Not a
She
single
would.
good
She
move.
does want to know though. So how close are you to Cadis and Ophelia?
Well, I know them better than I know you. Now, that doesn't mean too much. I mean, Cadis and I are on opposite ends of the battlefield at all. Previously and in the future, we will be again. But for now, truce is nice. Peace is nice. It's not freezing cold here like it used to be.
Do I believe him that it's a
So,
truce, or do I?
Yeah, I mean, he has a degree
He's
of
getting
respect.
along.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's getting along.
because you have to remember,
And-
he's kind of a neutral party.
Yeah, I guess so. So he's like true neutral then? Is that what I'm understanding?
He's neutral he's a neutral party to all of your endeavors. But it's the same thing with you guys. He's not an ally of yours, right? He's not a friend of yours yet. He's an ally,
That's
I should
true.
say. You know,
Yeah.
he's actually friendly with Cadis and what's her name?
Right. That's right.
really-
Yeah.
Barely experienced you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Messy.
I get okay.
Sorry. Friendship ended with Rena. Cadis' new best friend.
Knew it. Knew it. Also thinking back, she would think about the whole scene with Cadis heading towards the
You hurt
because
Rena's
at that
feelings.
she
runs away.
obviously she was like
She killed Yondis. I wasn't laughing at the kid. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at my own stupid joke.
I left it on. Sorry.
Oops.
just
Just have it
twice.
looping the whole time.
Whoa! That's crazy.
That's a cute
Do you
one
have one of
because
her
I
running into a
literally
pole?
I literally recorded her doing this.
Do you have one of her running into a pole?
No, that'd be mean. I love my daughter.
I thought I don't know. I thought I saw one of them her running by. She ran into the pole and covered her eyes, but I think it was actually just the covered her eyes one that I saw.
Yeah. Just look if you like it. Because
Should
I
be
could
that way.
I could do it like this. Hold on, I could do it like this.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think that's
Can
what I
you
saw.
just
and I'm
make
like,
that a loop? Just make that a loop. Turn that into one of them. That's an edited video. That is perfect.
Let me get out of the way so you can see how it plays out. Hold on.
Well, you sit in the middle so that cut doesn't show up.
Yeah, you have to sit in the middle.
Oh no, I know. It works perfect that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's so
beautiful.
funny.
That's definitely what I saw. I was like, there's definitely a.
I'm good though. I was like,
running into the
okay,
pole.
you have to sit right so you. She's like, but I can't see me. I was like, no, you can't see you. The pole has to be in the way. But I want to see me. No, the pole has to be in the way so your face can't accidentally get seen. She's like, okay. Anyways, continue.
What are we doing? Something about.
No,
dungeon.
you're good. You can go on with whatever you're gonna do.
Rena was looking back
She's
on
just kind of like-
No, she was looking
Oh.
back on the memory of Cadis walking towards the prison. She wanted to glean something from that, is what you were getting at, right?
Yeah, I kind of just assumed.
Oh, like what?
No.
his
Because he
motives
explained it,
were?
but like in character, he explained it at the time is what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and I'm
Yeah,
just remembering
Daelric, what
what he
was
said, so it's
his
fine.
real motives for leaving us and going to the dungeon? I mean, the dungeon. What was it? Jail?
Prison.
He was going to that other prison or whatever it's called. Why? What's up?
Rena
She's trying to
was
recall that
looking
with her
back
new
on the
mind.
memory and see if she
Yeah,
could
but then
see
I was
anything.
gonna say you explained it that day, so I was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
let
He
go,
definitely
but-
is going to that prison. Like you could tell. Okay, actually, so do you spend time thinking about Cadis specifically?
I
While
mean,
we
she
wait,
would,
yeah.
she would, in like, as quickly as that would happen. Because you're saying that these
There's
happen
like a couple of minutes.
pretty
so.
rapid, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So if it's kind of like going through this thing and through that thought baby with him, and then his relationship with the two of them, and then kind of like thinking about
Just
Cadis, You
thinking
actually-
about all the people that she's like around right
yeah,
now.
like a chain, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so you're looking at your memories through Cadis, and you realize something that you didn't realize before. When Cadis interacted with you, starting with that time where he called out your name in that city,
Oh, yeah.
that
When I
is
was invisible.
yeah, that you were invisible, but he was calling out to you because he kind of like was aware that you were there. He couldn't see
Right.
you. He just was like aware because he knows you well. You guys were childhood friends. As a matter of fact, if you remember my description of him, he had a horrible family life, an extremely abusive and terrible family life. You weren't just his friend. you were his friend, you were his sister, you were his crush, you were his motherly figure, you were his everything, right? You were his family. And when you guys went into the military together, it was amazing. Like got captured and Inclame and everything together. It was amazing because while everything was horrible, he was used to horrible, but he had you with him during it. But then he started to find a degree of like there was some degree of, structure that was here. They didn't treat you guys horribly. You saw it as like because you didn't have a terrible family life and you didn't have a terrible upbringing. You actually like, I can't believe they're doing this to me. And he's like, actually, this isn't that bad here. This is like,
This is better than where I came from. Yeah.
right. Like they're giving us food. They're giving us purpose. They're giving us structure. They're giving us an education. Even if it's with a blade to kill, it's still something. You know what I mean? And when you stormed off, it hurt him because you guys were a team. You were working through his terrible life together. And you can see that. And then you can imagine that first time where he saw you, it's almost like he was hoping, you can kind of see off of him all of your interactions. He was hoping to rekindle everything that you guys had before, but clearly it's not there. You guys are enemies on the battlefield. And he has this torn allegiance between who he was and who he is, who he serves and who he cares for. You know what I mean? And it's this like torn allegiance. And that goes down to the mindset of who you will say were prior to stepping into the water. Could you convince him to go down the path of aiding you? Sure. Could you convince him to go down the path that you are going down? Abso-fucking-lutely not, because he's too torn. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And you can kind of like see all of these things. He respects Rena and all of the might that allowed her to accomplish the things that she has accomplished in her endeavor, but hates what it is she endeavors to do because he sees it as evil. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so it's this like paradox that that he's kind of like sitting in, right? Anyway, so that's what you were able to glean off of him.
I want to hear more about the gleaming off of him when he was shying away and embarrassed to talk to Rena and apologize. That's
on the boat.
Yeah,
he was embarrassed.
It was that, yeah.
Again, it's like I sent again my friend, mad. My family, the person I have feelings for. I sent this person again. And when I say feelings for, when you guys were children, it was a childhood crush. As an adult, it's not like it's grown into some big romantic thing, right? He hasn't seen you in years, so I don't mean to go down that path. Because it's just been years, and unfortunately his experience with you has been you're my enemy since he's seen you again. But he sensed this person that's significant to them, literally his only family member, to be tortured. You can imagine what that did to his own psyche. You can actually feel it because you can read it as though it was your own. You're so empathetic that you can feel it as though it was your own. It ravaged him, which is why that schism in his mind that what do I do? Do I go this way or do I go this way? He's like, I need to do both. I need to serve my nation and correct this wrong and serve my friend, my family, and correct this wrong. And so it became this like, this paradox came to an alignment where he was able to do both at the same time, the only way he knows how, to walk down that path and to face the evils, if you will, dead on. And so when he did that, it was to correct all wrongs in the only way he knew. Did he walk himself into death? You don't have the ability to glean that. You can't see the future. Or in this case, maybe the past. But you can't glean that.
Okay. Interesting. I'm glad I asked.
Moving on. So, and then all of a sudden, you hear conversation. Shut up. You hear conversation outside the door as you hear Salant talking to his companions. And then coming around, and as it seems like somebody else opened the door for him, he just kind of like steps in and sees you, and he's like, whoa. Who are you? You can see that as he's staring at you, he's genuinely shocked and surprised. And as his eyes turn to the side, he's clearly looking as though he's meeting eyes and reading the, because he's a very keen person. He's actually somebody that kind of reminds you of Yondis on multiple levels, which is both endearing and upsetting. You know what I mean? But emotions aside, you don't need to worry about those right now. When you see him and he kind of like looks to the side, he's clearly like reading his companions that he sees in his loop in his mind that he's in, right? So he's like, who are you?
She's gonna look at Ophios actually to answer.
You're the one who wanted to talk to him, Rena. If you looked at Ophios like for expectingly, that's exactly what he would say.
No, she would tell you.
You would actually, he wouldn't even have to say it. You would see it in your mind. I'm sorry, Rena, go ahead.
Introduce yourself first. I want to see something.
He'll go ahead and pipe up. My name's Ophios. This is Rena, and he's Elijah. But we've met before.
Rena, shock, fear. He knows that name. He knows exactly who that is. He is genuinely frightened that Ophios is there. But he's cool. He's calm. He's collected. Other people can't read this off of him. He's cool as a cucumber to anybody who isn't able to just glean this kind of subtle information, that isn't able to feel those fears that, you know what I mean? Moment. And he's like, Ophios, oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name's Salant. Your friends? He's playing it cool. You know he's trying to play it cool. They won't know anything, right? They won't know it's me, right?
She'd say, so you really think we wouldn't recognize you?
You say that, and you can see like this is where the other two are able to make an insight check to even be able to read something off of him.
Why not? ¿Por qué
Just
no?
normal.
Yes, please.
God damn it. Oof.
Both of you guys are actually those aren't bad checks. Both of you guys are actually able to notice that he has a little bit of a reaction. Ophios, you notice a little bit more than the other one, of course, but you also have a better vantage point, right? So anyways, you say you obviously think he would recognize you, but like, recognize me, please, my lady. If I had an opportunity to meet somebody such as you before.
Ophios simply interrupts and says, if you haven't seen us, perhaps you've heard of us. You're hiding something.
He kind of like chuckles nervously, looks to his friends. He's like, I certainly don't know what do you guys know what they're talking about? I've never heard of you before in my life. And when he says these words, again, you're getting the reading off of him, Rena, like he definitely knows exactly who they are. Holy shit, he wronged you. He has done something negative against you guys before. And he's now deathly afraid that you know. Oh no. The way he's looking between there, the way he's looking at Rena, he realizes that you're Rena. And the way that he's looking at Elijah, he realizes that Elijah isn't who he expects to be with the three of you. He knows who the three of you are. Or at least who the three of you he would expect to be by reputation. You're almost positive. This is who discovered who Ophios was. This is who reported Ophios.
Dun, dun, dun. Traitor!
Did you think we would forget?
Forget what?
What you did. And she'd walk towards him, like calmly.
He'd be like, no, please, Rena. It's everything's. I did nothing wrong. You obviously did not give your name.
I didn't.
Did she not?
No, Ophios did though.
Ophios did.
Oh, my apologies. Yep.
Yeah.
By the way. Good less of a slip up for him.
Yeah, she just continued to walk towards him, not like super aggressively, but quickly.
Just not
kind
saying
of.
anything, walking at him, gripping a
Just
sword.
in being intimidating.
Just
to see
walk
what he
on top of him.
says.
Ophios will simply, as she's doing that, say, "You're caught in a loop.
So
We
hold
want
on.
to help."
As she's stepping forward, he's like genuinely afraid, and he turns and he's trying to like run back. Like he turns like, okay, it's you know what? You guys get this place. We don't need it. And he turns and starts like going to run, and to get out of there. I don't know if Rena goes to grab him or anything like that. This is before you say you're caught in a loop, sort of a thing, sir.
Yeah, she would go to grab him.
Okay, then you can actually have advantage on the roll, athletics.
I don't know how I'm so stupid I didn't put together who these guys were. Oh my god, what a weird thought. Okay.
You easily grab the Hafue.
So grab him and drag him back towards where we are.
You just kind of grab him.
Yeah.
He'd be like,
Just
what do you think I did? I did nothing wrong. He's really hoping that you say the wrong thing, so he can play it up.
You're trapped in a loop. We're trying to help you, but how do you know of us?
she's gonna drag him towards Ophios,
Yep.
kind of ignoring what he has to say, and then as soon as she's in front of Ophios, kind of maybe toss him to the ground in front of him and say to Ophios, this is the person who reported you. He knew who you were.
Reported me how? Where? What?
And why?
And why? Yeah.
Says Elijah in the back.
Reported me to who?
To who?
When?
Oh, sorry.
commander?
Yeah, the commander of Zatishk.
That's what she'd say.
The one
So
that
the
actually
person-
Elijah met with before, and I don't think
Yeah,
you
because
guys know about that.
Oh, the
Ophios
woman.
wouldn't know. Ophios
Yeah.
wouldn't know. That's why he's asking.
Oh, would I get the like
The
so
one
I'd
that-
say the commander of Zatishk, and then would I
Correct.
see Elijah react to that?
Actually, that's a really good question. Because you guys are all looking
Yes.
around at this guy, you say the commander of Zatish, you look at Elijah and you would actually see Elijah knows her very well, knows exactly what you're referring to, actually probably
Did
knows
I-
more about that than you expected.
Did I ever tell her that I was going with Rena and Ophios? I don't think did we mention that?
No, you never mentioned that to her.
Did we ask her for a writ to free them? I don't remember if I did that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Did I ask her specifically in her office though?
Yes,
Yeah.
you did.
Okay. So then she would know that I'm with Ophios, right? Probably.
But you would get this full reading off of Elijah. You're like, oh shit, Elijah knows exactly who that woman is. Elijah knows da 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 da. Obviously, you don't know the conversation, right? That's impossible to know. But
Do I pick anything else other than just the fact that he knows? Like, how can I tell how he feels about it?
I mean,
he would probably just say, obviously you glean it before he says it, but he would say, she knows I'm with you, Ophios. If she knows who you are, then she knows. Okay, that's fine.
Wait, you know? Because this is the
Yes.
first time Ophios is realizing that you know he's a snake.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I was gonna say, yes, I met with her with Cadus. But he wouldn't have assumed you were asking about the snake. I think he would assume that you already knew he knew, so he would just kind of. He hasn't been hiding it very well, so he's just like, yeah.
How is
yeah.
Salant reacting?
Salant's watching this whole thing play out, and you can see that Salant, because there's like, I don't want to say infighting, but there's definitely some sort of tension happening amongst the group right now. You can see he's looking at that and trying to play the odds, look for his opportunity to either act or, retreat, almost kind of like slink away sort of a situation, take advantage of this. Maybe it could
She'd
be
grab him by the
chime
arm.
in conversationally or
Oh, you have him,
physically
right?
slink away.
Well, I had tossed him in front of Ophios, but then she'd grab him again.
Well, then he's in between, so yeah.
Yeah, you kind of have him blocked.
Yep.
You're just making sure he doesn't escape.
Yep.
Yeah, because I'm
Um,
I'm picking up that he's looking for a way out, so she goes to grab him. Is why she does that.
Okay.
No, you can't. He has to continue.
I'll let him continue. He's just trying to get away.
Salant, you're trapped in a loop, but what do you know? I was here thinking to help you. You know something of me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Answer honestly. Rena knows.
Maybe one
Roll
thing at a
intimidation check,
time,
Ophios.
Ophios.
And you have you have an advantage.
Maybe you shouldn't be like, you're in a loop. By the way, what do you know about me? You should be like, what do you know about me? Okay, great. Also, you're in a loop, by the way.
It's really good.
Never mind, you're fine.
He's like, okay, it was us that did it. We got paid to discover who it was that killed the commander. We didn't expect what we discovered to be discovered. When we found out it was a snake person, it was a shock to us as much as it was to everybody. We just delivered the head so that they could.
How did you find out?
Well, actually, so who cast Speak with Dead? Oh yeah, but like,
Can I roll intelligence to because I was gonna say Speak with Dead to see if I know of the spell Speak with Dead.
Arcana check.
I mean,
normal?
shit. It's a spell.
Yeah.
I know it's a spell. It's a spell.
I mean,
That's a
Ophios
thing,
is so
yeah.
his
normal.
knowledge of magic is different.
Oh, you have a really good modifier. Yeah,
That's because I had the
You'd be
intelligence
familiar
thing.
with
Yeah,
it. You'd be
you
familiar with the
step
ability
in
to
the
speak with a corpse.
So Ophios would simply say, "You spoke with the dead, didn't you?"
And obviously, Rena, you can gleam off of Elijah. He already knew that. And so he's like, I didn't. I can't do that kind of magic. I'm not dangerous at all.
Then how did you know?
Then he thinks to himself, shit, oh no, they'll kill you even if you're not dangerous. They burned down a whole barn of people. Like you can see all this stuff going through his mind. Like, oh no,
What a bad
I should have
thing.
gone. I should have been. I'm very dangerous. You know. Anyways, what did you say, Tyler?
I said, then how did you specifically know? If you don't know how to speak with dead, that's the only witness.
Somebody with me at the time had the ability to. I saw the ghost.
Who? Who's
So,
with you?
He gestures towards the others that are there. There's
Which
nobody there.
aren't there.
Their name.
He actually will. Oh, I always have to look
Don't
this up.
make
'Cause I don't-
Daelric go look up the whole party.
Sorry.
I say
Is
their names.
Steve? Is Steve
Which-
one of them?
Just
I've
figure it
said
out
I've
if I
said
do
their
any of
I've said
them.
their names before. In
Oh, you have?
game. Yeah, but I have to confirm because it's been a hot minute.
Bet you Silencio Steve's one of them.
Oh, that's not what his name. He says
he's one of them though.
Barbados, Irwin. Nope. Barbados, Esmond, and what was the other one's name?
Oh, I remember. I remember when you told us.
I feel like there was a third one. There's another one.
I think you said there was 4, but whatever.
Yeah, there are 4 total, but it's
Well, no.
Just names.
Jen is with here, but she wasn't back then.
Oh, okay.
Someone said Irwin.
Yeah, not Irwin. It's
Esmond.
Traitor.
Traitor.
it's Esmond, Barbados, and Durat.
Just the 3 says the main
Yeah, Josh
one.
said just the 3.
Okay,
Durat
so just the
was
3
there,
then.
that's what
So
Josh
not
said.
Durat then. Not Durat. Cool.
Ophios obviously doesn't know any of those names.
Yeah. Nope.
Nobodies. I mean, very important people to the
So
Twitch on TV community. Thank you.
real quick, because Rena has this ability, Ophios is sighing. He did the intimidation, but he's not looking aggressive.
Just like that.
And Ophios is just gonna say, Salon,
So,
you're trapped in a loop in this place.
I listen. I don't know what you mean. What
Breathe.
I do know is that I'll give you the gold that I got for it. You know?
I don't.
No.
He'll say I don't and then stick his hand out.
He'll actually go to pull out some coin to give to you. And as he goes to pull out the coin to give to you, you can see his arm starts like moving strangely. You actually see like as he's there, Rena, you're getting the impression that while he is intending on acting normally, Rena, you can clearly see, and everybody else here can see, his body's starting to react differently. He's being held, right? Not necessarily physically held, but he's being held up here and now at the spot of time that never transpired in the past. So he's fighting against the loop right now and has been for a period of time, this whole conversation, so on and so forth, to fight against the loop. And you start to see he's like moving. Here's the thing, Rena. I need you to roll me a perception check. Once again, because of your ability at the moment, you have advantage.
Okay.
can I interrupt with a question
Sure.
if I see that too?
Oh my god.
Sorry. You just see this reacting strangely. Sorry, Rena. I saw it. It got knocked off that 18 by the
So
other
I
guy.
can't tell that he's like being held here. That I think that it's because of the time thing.
No.
I don't-
You get
I don't
all
get
that.
any of that.
All
I
that.
do get all
Yeah,
that, but I
yeah,
don't get
because you guys-
anything else.
There was something else I was going to give you, but I can't. I'm sorry. You were going to say something, Messy?
Yeah, so seeing that he's being held by time and we don't have a lot of time left before he restarts the loop again,
Wait, can
Elijah's
she luck
gonna-
it?
She
I don't
can,
think
but the
it
DC was
would
higher
matter.
than that.
I
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
gonna
that's
say,
what
it
I
seems pretty
figured.
high. Yeah.
he's going to ask what the details of the exchange where like what happened when he told the commander about Ophios? Did she already know, or just barraging questions like that? Did she know? What was she after? What's she doing?
He starts trying to pull out a coin and handing it, but he holds his hand stopped. But when I say stopped, I mean it's in this weird thing that he doesn't seem to be aware of. And you ask the first question, like the commander, was she surprised? Surprised or what? You know that he was a snake. Yes, she was, and the kind of like she didn't know. She wasn't aware of the.
We need to let him go,
person.
Elijah.
So who sent you?
She did.
We need to let him go. He's trapped in the loop. We need to let him go.
Can I?
Ophios steps out of
Okay.
his way.
I kind of want to
Okay.
use my
Yeah.
cape thing.
Oh, don't worry about him. He's fine.
What do you want to do with
You
him?
only get it once per day,
I know.
like in
Like,
game
no,
day.
you already used it. You already used it.
Today?
No, she didn't. She didn't
I
use
didn't.
it.
Oh,
She
you
had-
didn't use it.
because
when
she
you
thought
were
about it, but
leaving
didn't
it.
use
Okay,
it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
What are you
Just
trying to do?
trying to get him to catch up to where I think he's supposed to be.
Oh, don't worry about him.
Yeah, don't. If we let him go, it'll
It's
be fine.
elastic.
Rena, you can actually roll me an intelligence check on this one, but again, this is a
Okay.
normal one, not
Normal.
because this has
Okay.
nothing to do with your perceptions.
Well, we know he ends up in the pool. If you want to go throw him in the pool.
I'll give you this. It's not a where, it's a when.
So it doesn't matter. Okay, let him go.
She'll let go of him.
And he like looks kind of perplexed to you guys as like once again you see like his arm and whatnot, his body's moving strangely, and then all of a sudden he's just, it's kind of like flies down the hallway past you guys as he's like almost like being pulled like you were just saying, Messi, almost like an elastic band's pulling itself through like where he's supposed to be in time, to when he's supposed to be in time. Sorry, and just kind of flies past you guys, leaving you with probably more questions than you have, you know.
Hmm.
That was enlightening.
It's actually good news.
Why is that?
Well, if the commander didn't know about Ophios's condition and discovered it and still let me quest with the two of you, then she must
She's not a
think that
loper.
she must think that the Loper issue is more important than your killing of said commander. Which
That
is
commander wasn't a loper. If it's the commander, I think it is.
good. I saw the skull. It wasn't a Loper.
Hmm.
She keeps it at her desk.
That's great news.
It could be worse.
Rena can tell Ophios is being sarcastic.
Yeah. Obviously, his concerns are that's great news because that is evidence that she can just she could use at any point in time by casting that same spell on anybody else that comes in. She keeps the worst evidence possible right there, right there. Awesome. Expose
We
the
need
whole
to-
thing.
We need to deal with this temple.
Yeah. And Ophios, if it makes you feel better, the murder of a commander, well, it's certainly a big deal.
He just walks past you.
He's talking while following you. Well, it certainly is a big deal. It's clearly not on her number one priority.
Before turning the corner, Ophios will look back to see if Rena's following.
She would be heading towards just the main room
Yeah, it's in the.
or wherever the stairs were.
Yeah.
it
Sounds like we're
was-
going upstairs now.
It's right
Scott,
here, right?
If I'm
Yeah,
correct.
right here.
I hurry you.
I'm waiting for you guys.
I'm waiting for Roll20 to function for me.
I figured Scott could move us because I don't have the second floor. He's got to flip the map and put us. where he
Yeah.
needs
It's,
us.
Roll20 is being wonky. Sorry. It's not doing
So
what,
who was
what I need.
Salon? Who played Salon?
Why are you being a? I hate Roll20 sometimes. Like, can't you should be able to. Kappa.
Shove Elijah in the water. Hold his head
Pasta.
underneath, make him choke.
It's legit not pasting. You are the worst sometimes, Roll20. You piss me off so bad. I can just drag and drop off your character sheets and hope that your minis are done right. Because again, the whole thing was updated. So this might not function when I drag you to the next map. Hopefully it does.
Yeah, I noticed there were weird load-ins when I did roll D100s. Move Rena back a little bit because Ophios, I think, was leading at this point.
Oh, yeah, here. Just move to the front above me. I mean, it doesn't matter because once we transition, it shouldn't keep our pieces in the same place.
It doesn't.
Shouldn't? Yeah.
You guys are good.
We're on the second floor, I think, already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, we are?
Mm-hmm.
Ophios has his blade drawn, his summoned blade, in preparation, and is being very
I see.
cautious with his movements again.
Anything I'm gathering? Different smells, sights, sounds.
Nothing up here at all.
Okay.
It's still. Everything here is
Move us.
untouched for many
Ophios
years.
is going to go this way.
So
allowing Rena to be in
obviously
that
that doorway that you see there is actually a door. You guys can easily open it, and it opens up to the outside. Blah 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 blah. Hold on, let me just check something in the before you guys move any further. My doorways don't actually have doors in them. That's really bad. Apparently, I didn't put that in my
Where are all the doors? It's a weird place.
Give me 1 second. I can fix that easily. But either way, I think it's Alt. Do this.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you. It looks like it's seen through that door if I moved up there.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go super thin. And then go. Boom. No, what are you doing? So sorry. Now let's go polygon line, thin line, please, and thank you. Not regular. It's like monstrously large. Okay. That should work.
Yep, that shut that door.
Cool. That should work. And once I have these doors, okay, and I have one more door, and then we're good. Cool. We should be good now. You guys should be able to travel south now.
So Ophios is gonna look to Rena right now and say, "Is there anything calling out to you at a direction? Your mind is open more than mine. Is there anything you can sense or glean now that you're in this particular doorway?"
I already know that leads to the outside, or are you just saying if we open it?
Yeah, if you open that, it leads to the outside. You just know that because of the structure or whatever.
I'm more or
You know what
less
I mean?
talking.
I know
also,
that.
Also the type of door. All of you do. There's the type of door and everything.
Yeah,
Oh, we
I'm
all know
talking
that
about
then.
this.
You're talking about that, right? Yeah. That.
Yeah, if she gleams anything from that room, that's to the
Yep.
outside.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, we just walk past.
Ophios would want to check outside just to see what's outside.
Sure, absolutely. It's actually a really cool place to go check out. All the best things are outside, like sunlight and birds. So anyways, yeah. So you go outside. So I was just doing some doors while I was waiting. So you go outside and you immediately go out there. And one of the things that you notice is, again, you're higher up in the pyramid, right? That we had discussed beforehand. So again, one of those almost like Aztec or whatever periods that's up there. And as you go out, you can see that the stairwell that exists that goes above, it has you couldn't tell it beforehand from where you were below. But the actual stairwell up here, that kind of like goes up, and you can't really like climb onto it or anything like that very easily. But that there actually is like a strange tunnel underneath that allows you to pass under it and go around in either direction if you wanted to do so. So that's not a wall for you. You can walk under it and go to your left, as well as the ability to go to your right, right? And then of course it drops down below to the ground below, and it goes up higher, whatever it is. The height seems to stretch on for forever. Anyways. So you come up here, and immediately as you step out, you're able to see that you can go left or right. The sun is above, and so on.
Do I still see the ruins when I go outside on this second level like we did on the first level?
Remember, on the first level, you barely saw them. You were just kind of aware of their presence. Here, you don't see them at all.
Okay. Ophios wants to go this way. Oh, God. I don't like
Hey,
the look
good.
of
Stop
that.
there. Awesome. When you look inside that room, what you actually see is there's bars that are going to a room that just has a door inside of it. Obviously, you can't see the whole room because, perspective, lighting or whatever. The bars stop you from being able to see through. But there's on the grounds before you bones, a corpse lying there dead in front of you. It's just a dead body, unfortunately. Not a dead body, so just like a skeleton lying there. It's been dead for who knows how many countless years that it's been lying there. Honestly, it almost looks like it's fossilized because how friggin' old it is, as opposed to being completely decomposed into nothing. It is important to note that it is like stretched out, like it was clearly trying to get through the bars to leave, but was unable to do so.
Can I roll to see what like skeleton it is? Human, Fue?
It's hard to do because like you don't have the full ability to see through there to like interact with it. You know what I mean? So you have to roll a disadvantage to roll from where you are on the side of the bars.
That's fine. What am I rolling? Medicine? Nature?
Yes, it's a medicine. Medicine check. Yep.
Okay. Very good at this, but
Ooh, well,
Yeah. So honestly, you have absolutely no clue. You're pretty sure it's human, but you honestly don't know. One of the things that you guys also notice out here, I don't know, chat seems for some reason seems to think it's important. There's a barrel that's out here as well. It's like it looks like a wine cask that seems to be sitting out here.
there's a barrel?
Yeah, it's like a random wine cask that's sitting out here. If you want, I can actually drop a barrel into the map if you care to see a barrel. But it's just sitting over near the edge or whatever. Here, let me make a barrel.
that word.
Barrel?
Can I tell
Yeah.
what kind of skeleton it is?
Can I
That's
tell
a
what
really
that
good
barrel
question.
is?
It'd be hard for you to tell. You're not, you know what I mean? You're not good at reading that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you can try to make a check. Again, same idea as him. It'd be with a disadvantage.
So there's
Disadvantage medicine.
just a random barrel out here that wasn't seen before, but apparently people think it's important.
No, I forgot to mention that it's here, but it's still technically here. Yeah.
Cool body.
Lena, you have absolutely no idea.
Never
Probably,
mind.
maybe human.
Okay.
Is there anything on the body that might be identifiable that's not part of the body?
Any clothing that may have been on it has deteriorated years and years and years ago.
No items?
No items whatsoever.
Ophios will simply say, if we enter this room, let's be cautious. So that we don't don't face the same fate as this.
It's probably fine.
And Ophios will continue on around this corner.
Just to be clear, if you guys do investigate the barrel, just because again, Chad is excited about a barrel, I guess. The
Okay, I'll do
barrel
it.
is just a barrel. It's an empty, old, rotted out barrel. Honestly,
Oh, yeah?
Honestly, investigating it has like an old, like kind of gross smell. But honestly, it doesn't really matter because it's been sitting here for who knows how many years. So if there was something in the barrel, weeks, months, years, decades ago, it's probably long since gone. So.
Light the barrel on fire because Scott keeps bringing back this barrel and it concerns me now.
He said chat's obsessed with the barrel. Let's ignore the barrel.
Fucking mimic.
Listen.
Ignore it. No,
Chat's
let's move
obsessed
on.
with it, but Scott is over here constantly describing it like we need
go.
All right,
to look at it.
all right, Scott. I throw the barrel off the edge of the temple.
No.
Wait, I don't think Elijah would do that.
I tip it over.
Okay, you tip
I
the
have a
barrel
passive
over.
investigation at 23. It's completely useless.
continue
I'm throwing
on.
it down.
Okay.
Great. So
she
you're
actually.
telling me that the barrel's now gone?
The barrel's not gone. Wait, does Elijah just like, I know Messi's being
Elijah?
funny. Would Elijah be
No.
like, "Oh, there's a barrel here," and push it off?
Yeah.
Moving on.
Just let me have it. Just let me
No,
have it.
moving on.
Oh.
So you guys walk away. Okay, it's fine.
Okay, there's something up with that barrel, guys. Don't trust it.
Yeah,
Come
I
on,
don't
Scott, we'll
trust
get rid of
Scott
it.
about this barrel.
Don't
That
trust
is
the
a
barrel.
magic
It's
barrel.
fine. Doesn't matter. You
Scott's
see a
like, "No,
barrel
my
and then
mimic!"
a nearby skeleton. You connect the dot. I'm just gonna.
Oh, by the way,
With
guys,
how
there's
old that
just a barrel
skeleton
out
is,
here.
if that wood was that old, it would have deteriorated by now.
Oh shoot.
So it's a recent addition to the temple.
Like the
Relatively
weathering it
speaking.
would have had out here, it would have.
Unless it's a
I
mimic.
forgot one of my key things when I investigate. Let me just stand on Rena's shoulders and hit the thing that I normally detect magic.
What? He's like, give me a boost.
I keep forgetting I have to constantly say when I'm using it so that because it goes away after so much time. So I'm gonna cast detect magic and be looking at the skeleton.
You can't cast detect magic. You're currently concentrating.
Oh yeah, you've got the
Oh.
thing. Can't do it.
All right, I'll cast detect magic. Do I have it? I don't. Sorry, buddy. Fucking sucks. So what about this barrel though?
Ignore the
Oh,
barrel. Let's head back
continue going around
inside.
the corner. No, no, no.
All right, we'll ignore it. We'll
Yes,
ignore
yes,
it.
yes.
Scott,
I
it's
don't think
okay.
it's a good
We're just trying to
idea
have
to
some fun in our game.
investigate outside. Do I get a different feeling between outside and inside of this
No.
place?
Oh, if
No,
you see
not at all.
another window, he's gonna look in that one.
What do you
Hey,
see?
chat, I started a
LPS?
poll.
Wait for
I started a
me.
poll for you. So when you go over, it's not a window. It's again, it's like almost like a portcullis or whatever, but it's just bars, like a prison, right? And but they're very tight. Like they're tight to the point where a Hafue would have a hard time squeezing through them. They might be able to, but they would have a hard time squeezing through them. That's how tight the bars are. But you see another skeleton inside there. But more than just seeing another skeleton inside there, and you actually see that there's a door, which apparently I didn't do a very good job covering up the quickly made blocker of the door. You see that there's actually a door that leads into that room, just like the other one did. But also across the room, there is another one of those egg-like shapes that you saw down in the room that smelt of honeysuckle.
Honeysuckle.
Ophios is now concerned about what he's concentrating on.
There's a reason I didn't go in the fucking water.
All right, so chat wants me to tell you about the barrel. Oculo
I
spent
would've known
35. Oculo spent 3,500 points.
Holy
The short
shit,
version
okay.
is somebody used the barrel to shit their brains out for like a long time because of a horrible experience because they just did something dumb and they shit their brains out for a long time and they just sat on the
It's
barrel.
the guy who drank the water.
They
Don't
just
drink the
shot
water.
their brains out for such a long time and eventually they were like, all right, we're just gonna leave that barrel there. But if you think about it, decades have passed, so it's not like it's a barrel full of shit anymore. Because you don't rain and
Okay.
sun and stuff.
So why can't I throw it down the temple?
Shh, you. Moving
I
on.
just want to own chat.
Stop being messy. Anyway, so that's what you see from those bars.
I assume there's a tunnel under these stairs as well.
Correct. You are absolutely correct.
Can I roll a medicine check on this body at disadvantage?
It looks the same as the other one.
Okay. I'm going to keep going around this corner if you guys want to keep following.
We're not going to
Okay.
split up.
We'll split the party.
Let's not.
This seems like the second floor is a prison of sorts. It concerns me that there's that egg-like mirror in there. You would gleam off of Ophios that he's actually worried and wondering whether he should break concentration on his current spell that has the protection layer on him.
It's too late.
Based on what he's told me about this, well, how much did Ophios tell me about this thing that he's got? No, yeah, it's like a barrier.
Yeah.
And I touched it, right?
Protection. Yeah.
Is there anything else I can figure out about that or no? It's just protection. That's it.
Which barrier are you referring to? I'm sorry.
The one
The
that
honeysuckle one.
Ophios is
You-
currently.
You unfortunately don't
Oh.
have the ability to glean that kind of information.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, because you didn't experience anything that would be able to come to the forefront of your mind. Again, you don't have like, you just have the ability to see deeper into the things you already know, and perceive things that you had perceived. Because again, the way the brain works is like right now in real life, Rena or Alina, right, isn't just seeing what she's focusing on, right? The corners of her eyes are taking in way more things than she's focusing on. But her brain chooses to just forget all that stuff constantly because it's just too much to process. For Rena the Destroyer right now, she is able to process all that, no problem. So, I'm sorry, you were going to say something, Tyler?
Yeah, I was going to say, based on that information that Ophios just said to Rena, would Elijah say anything or react in a way? Like to look
No,
deeper
well-
into the magic of it?
Because I tried using the egg thing and I didn't understand it, and
You never went and did what I did with it.
I never went all the way in, but the reason I didn't go all the way in is because I didn't understand it. So
He's just
I'm not gonna be able
cautious
to
because
get
he knows
anything.
magic. Whereas you like intuitively have some magic, he studied it and he's like, I don't know what this is. It's very powerful. Without studying it first, I'm not going to throw myself into harm's way. It's an approach that a wizard should take.
All right. Well, if that's
You're
the
like,
case,
man, I got this.
What do I see here, Scott?
A kitchen.
Oh, food.
Kitchen.
Yeah, like a legitimate kitchen. You know?
Let's go inside.
Yeah. You walk inside. This is a door right here, to be clear. But you actually see a legitimate kitchen. Like there's also supplies, so on and so forth. The food that would have been in there is long since gone, either because it was consumed or it rotted away countless years ago. So it's just a kitchen.
So Josh and I just rolled for it to see if I could dispose of the barrel or not. And I rolled a 7, and then he rolled a 1. So I guess that means I get to kick the barrel off the temple. Thanks, Josh. Thank you for your blessing.
Well, no, don't do that to me. I will. Seeing as the doors are closed here, Ophios might want to open this one. Do you guys follow me into the kitchen?
She might say, don't you want to see the remainder of the loop?
I will, but I want to see what's through this door in particular. I'm not going to walk through it, but merely open it, Rena.
Okay.
Elijah, I assume you come into the kitchen as well. What's this?
Like benches?
Yeah, actually, it's looks like there may have been some sort of supplies or something on that shelf. It's hard to tell from where you are. You're too far away.
All right.
Angles and whatnot.
Ophios will simply say to Rena, well, I see the next doorway that I saw on the outside. Perhaps we walk through here and out that doorway? Or continue on the outside?
The outside is probably more of what we just saw, so let's continue forward.
All right, Ophios will do this, and then here.
Okay,
So,
you might want to take
look at the
a few
stairs
steps
upwards.
back because you moved a little too quickly to be able to take it all
Okay.
in, right? So
Yeah.
sorry, just so you can see it all. So yeah, you can see that there's obviously the stairs that go upwards and whatnot. So there's clearly a stairwell going up to another floor. There's like 2 stairwells going upstairs for whatever that's worth. They both seem to go up at the same pace. They both seem to turn outwards. So they might have the same final destination. You're pretty sure it'd have the same approximate final destination because of the way the incline and everything seems to go. But it's hard to tell. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And then having gotten here, now that I'm closer to the shelves, or do I need to get closer to look at them?
You take another step forward. You're fine. You're not like in harm's way. You can see that there's supplies inside here. What the supplies are for, who knows? Maybe part of some sort of rituals or something that could have been done a long time ago. But the supplies are empty. Everything, like if there was a clay jar that had something inside of it, it's long since disintegrated in time.
Am I able anything in this room that I can roll my Loper knowledge on or something like that?
Unfortunately, no. Actually, this room just seems to be a room for maybe some degree of rituals or something to happen here. But what they are, honestly, you don't know. The reason why you don't know is because while you've learned the ability to detect Loper magics that are active, you don't know their magics well enough to just look at supplies and be like, they could cast a spell with this. You know what I mean? You just don't know it that well.
Okay.
You've not had a formal education.
Continue inside or go back outside? We still have a lot. We've only gone halfway around the pyramid from what I can gather.
There's nothing in here that we recognize.
Josh, can you send me some brownies? Thanks. Rena, nothing in there that you guys are able to recognize. I mean, you're welcome to explore it further. You're obviously just glancing at it right now.
All right, we'll explore further.
Sure.
It's just gonna look
Roll me an
around.
investigation check, the two of you. Rena, you have advantage to the roll. Messy,
my
what's your
Loper doesn't
passive?
Give me my Loper ability or no?
You can use the Loper one, yes, sir. Messy, what's your passive?
Damn.
It's 23.
There you go. At least Rena will get
Ooh.
something.
You think it might have something to do with mating?
Mating?
Ah.
Yeah, that's what Ophios thinks. Ophios thinks it might have
Oh,
something to do with mating.
I was like, huh?
Like, this must be a ritualistic mating chamber. What did you say yours is passive, Messy?
23.
Okay. Rena and Messy are able to determine not only, like, it's one of those things, maybe it's just because of this quiet that happens to exist in Ophios' mind, that's why he doesn't notice it. But when the two of you walk in there, one of the things you notice is that there's incredible calm that washes over you. Very calming thing that washes over you, allowing you to, I mean, you know this from your own training there, what's your face? Messy. From your own training as a wizard. Whatever. Your own training, Messy applies as well. It's the PC's name. From your own training as well. As a wizard, this place feels like you could easily fall into a deep meditation if you wanted to. It actually allow you to relax and kind of like fall into yourself if you wanted to be contemplative or meditate, whatever the case may be. Same thing for you, Rena. You think that you could also sit here and just relax and meditate if you wanted to.
Seems like this would be a place where babies were made.
Quite the opposite. Nothing was made here, Ophios. It's a meditation room.
What? No.
What made you think they fornicate in here? There's no
What?
beds.
You guys have mating rituals, right?
She's just
You
gonna
guys.
laugh.
Oh. It's not a ritual. Yeah. It's not. You don't cast it. It's innate.
Let's
He doesn't
move
say
on.
that though. Yeah, he's not going to answer that.
All right. Ophios will go back outside.
Rena,
this
you're able
way.
to gleam off of him that he is just got it all twisted.
She's just gonna chuckle to
I
herself.
don't know if you need limitless mind to get that.
Nope, but it's still fun to say. You guys
So,
continue
Ophios-
on.
You're my way.
Yep. We went outside and back. Ooh. Back around.
One of the things that you see here is that there are beds here. These beds here are obviously a bit more formed, design, like a better structure to them, so on and so forth, than the other rooms that you had seen downstairs have beds. The beds here are also larger. Definitely like tall Hafue or small people. Like beforehand, they were like Hafue size. You know what I mean? This is like bigger than a Hafue or smaller than you guys could fit here. But again, more structure, so on and so forth to these beds, to the bookcases that look like there are books on them that maybe one would have been able to read a long time ago, but they just like have disintegrated because of passage of time and whatnot that has happened over the course of decades or centuries or whatever the case may be. See,
Daelric, how would this room layout compare to the wizards of Amulta when they're stationed somewhere? Like, would this seem like military housing almost?
it's definitely very
I noticed
structured like
there's
that.
a lot of beds.
Yeah, it's definitely very structured like that. Specifically military, yeah, I don't know, but definitely seems very structured.
Ophios,
Okay.
based off of this, would simply say this. This temple is starting to seem like a training facility. Below was
agree.
younger. Second tier, these beds are bigger, therefore it implies older. This to me seems like this is where the foundation of the Loper culture here in Peredhel originated. Or were trained to become what they are.
It's an interesting theory. Oh, there's a room back here. What is that?
Do you open the door?
Yeah,
Open
Rena,
it.
do you
Rena,
open
you go
the
reach to
door?
open the door. Roll me a wisdom save. Normal.
He always does. It's always wisdom saves. I swear to God.
It does remind me. I want to open up a thing real quick.
Oh.
Rena, honestly, it's one of those things where you're many things. And you're fully aware of yourself in many ways. You're not worthy enough to open that door.
Rena.
Is it like she reaches for it and like touches
Decide.
the handle, or just
You reach
decide
for
not
it and
to?
you decide, This isn't for me.
Rena, why didn't you open the
I should
door?
have grabbed something.
I'm not the one to open it.
What do you mean?
And she'd actually look at Elijah.
Me?
She'll nod.
Is this a trap?
I don't think so.
I've died for less. Almost died for less.
I think we need to wait until Scott gets back.
We'll wait, but she'll say, "I'll save you
Move.
again if I have to."
Move out of my way.
Yeah, because
No, I don't think I will.
I wonder if he'd add something into how or why you stepped away, given what he said.
Oh, look, he's
Oh,
back.
sesame! Oh, the green screen lift. Wow,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
badass. Look at this badass.
Thinks he's
Scott.
so cool.
I asked Rena why she didn't open the door.
And her response?
She said it doesn't
wants
seem
me to
like
do
I'm
it.
the one to open it.
I said I'm not the one to open
wants
it,
me-
and looked at Elijah.
There you go.
So Elijah is
Okay.
gonna try and open it now.
Okay, Elijah, I need from you the same thing, the wisdom save. You, sir, are worthy. Or I should say, you reach for the door and you don't hesitate. You're just able to open it if you'd like. Give for me just a moment.
Sure, yeah, if you got it ready, you're, the damage you're gonna do to me, just know that I'm already half dead, so...
You think saying
Keep that
things
in
like that
mind.
are going to dissuade
Why are you
me?
half dead?
Because I got stuck in a wall.
Oh
you
yeah, that's
recover?
right.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought it was because he
Oh,
lives in
yeah.
Florida. Sorry.
You kicked me into a wall,
Yeah,
and I
that was
almost
on you.
died. I closed my eyes and stop hyperventilating for a second. Or
Yeah,
start
didn't we-
hyperventilating, I should say.
Didn't you heal you though?
I got 11 temp HP
There it is.
last 2 weeks ago.
I thought we gave you a health potion, but maybe
Don't
we
recall
didn't.
I don't think we did. We can.
that. No, please.
If I felt like he needed the health
Don't let me
potion,
impose.
I would have given him one forever ago.
You open the door
It's okay.
and you see tables that look kind of like big stone tables, like you would imagine autopsies would take place on, or you'd find inside of a morgue, so on and so forth. It
Fantastic.
looks like this is where you'd probably process the dead if need be.
Is there body storage or is it just tables?
You just see tables on it. There's no actual bodies on them at all.
Okay.
Make me a wisdom saving throw as you walk into the door, sir.
I don't wanna. 15.
Are you happy with your 15, sir?
Look it.
Okay. Do I have any? Okay, great. 16.
Cool. This is what happens.
Uh-oh. All right. Reroll. New character. All right.
You step into the room and you start to see yourself walk forward, investigating a table, checking it out, turning back, looking like you're saying something, checking out the next table next to it, and eventually going down that hallway to your left. At the same time that you're seeing that, or say a couple seconds after you start seeing that, you start to see yourself walking forward, checking out the table in front of you, not really that interested, moving past it pretty quickly, checking out the table to the right of that, and moving on and walking down the hallway to the right. You also see yourself walking forward, checking out the table in front of you, but then walking past it and it's going out and checking out the 4 tables on the far side of the room. You also see yourself being like, and then turning around and walking out of the room. You also see yourself walking into the room, checking out the table in front of you, honestly climbing on top of it, lying down on it, seeing if it seems like it's meant to be comfortable. Maybe it's not supposed to be a morgue, whatever the case may be. But eventually kind of getting up and just walking on and checking out the next table. You also see yourself just walking straight across the room, going to the door on the other side, hesitating before you grab the handle, and opening it and walking out the other door. You also see yourself just walking in and walking down the hallway to your left. You also see yourself walking in and walking down. And you see so many fucking versions of yourself just walking in and through it so much. It starts to overload your mind. It's literally genuinely like, oh my God, there's too much. There's too many pathways, too many, what's the word I'm looking for? Divergence, too many different options I can go through. It starts to overwhelm you. There are too many options. And
I'm
all of
sensing
them are
this all.
playing out. This is what he is seeing. before him. Rena, you are seeing him in an incredible amount of duress.
So I'm gonna pull him back through the door.
Make me a wisdom save as you reach in to pull him out the back.
Did I see that as one of the options?
Actually, you would see yourself being pulled backwards as one of the options, yeah. Rena, roll a,
No, mother, come on. What is that?
The problem is, you say it's one of the options, but maybe you don't want to be pulled. Maybe you have the ability to control this. It's overwhelming. It hurts. It literally is like a migraine right now as you're seeing all of this. Too many layers, too much going forward. Do me a favor, roll me another wisdom save, sir.
Well, I'm seeing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it just visual, or am I feeling it and hearing it? And
Oh
fucking-
no.
Oh,
The problem is, as you're trying to explore this a little bit in your minds, the visual, seeing the options before you, as you're kind of like delving into that in your mind, like, can I also experience them? Your perspective starts to shift to seeing all those perspectives at the same time. Kind of like a scene in a movie where you would see too many TVs on in front of you at once, right? All those different perspectives at once. Or like you imagine the way that a fly's eye has so many goddamn facets, right? Almost like making up like a billion different little pixels, portraying your vision at once. It fractures your mind too much. It becomes so overwhelming. You fall unconscious. Rena,
Probably a good thing.
I want to try again to
you
grab him.
You can grab him, no problem.
No problem.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, don't worry. You struggled before, and there was a struggle as you reached in there, because the problem is you can actually see that your own mind, again, very keen, is overwhelmed by trying to even go into the place. So you just kind of like stop for a second, and you just kind of like quickly reach down. Sorry, you're smart. You grab out your axe, whatever it is, use it to like hook his boot and pull him out.
Oh, got it. Instead of physically going in there.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening, Rena? What's going on? I imagine Ophios is kind of like standing back here a bit.
It's something about the room, but he's not in good shape. What can I do for him? He's just unconscious?
Correct.
What do we have? Do you have a healing potion? She'd say to Ophios.
You remember that they have healing potions. If they have them,
cool.
you remember exactly where they are. So
I
it's one of those
already
things
know.
that-
Yeah, I already know.
Yeah, it's like you can just
Okay.
kind of like reach over and grab for it.
That
Okay.
it's in my haversack.
She'd just reach
Would
for
you
it
grab
then.
major wounds or light wounds?
Can I tell which one would be better
Yep.
used?
Well, you know which one's which, but you can't tell which one would be better used.
Major, just because of what I know happened to him earlier.
Cool.
So how does that work?
How many healing is that?
It's the major one versus the light one, so I think it's the
Do you guys have the healing
Maybe
potion? No.
something.
8d4 plus 8. We don't have that. Yeah,
I never know who has what, so.
it's.
D4?
I think
don't
it's
know if
8d4 plus 8.
Okay. So,
I think that's what it is.
no,
That's
yeah, 84 plus 8. If that's the biggest one, it's 84 plus 8.
Correct. Yeah, that's the biggest one.
Yep.
8d4 plus
that's
8.
a little overkill.
There you go. Roll it, Rita.
You want me to roll it?
No,
You're
Rita
safe,
roll
I'm
it.
sorry.
Rita roll
I
it.
re-roll it. 84 plus 8.
/R
8d4 plus 8.
space 8d4 plus 8. Sorry, it's been a while.
Since I could hold my head up high.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Is he healed?
You heal his wounds. His max health is 39, just so you know.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he's
I'm
full
back
now.
and full.
That's good.
You rolled really well on that healing potion.
He's like,
Do I
so
awaken?
yeah, seriously. Is he still unconscious?
He is still unconscious. His wounds are healed though.
Hmm.
Oh no.
Can I wake him up?
How do you try to wake him up?
Slap me.
I was gonna say,
him out.
just like try to like shake
Yank
him.
on my tongue.
Try to shake him. Doesn't wake
Yeah.
him up.
Okay. I'll try to hit him.
So you slap him. Doesn't wake him up.
Nothing? Okay.
And you get no reading off of him because he's so deep unconscious. You get nothing.
Pog.
Does the
This is punishment
potion
for tipping
is
the
the
bear.
potion of aid the same as the potion of status, whatever that one's called? I think it's different.
Aid is like aid of the martyr. Status is like I know what condition you're in from far away.
No, it's the potion that what is it that cures status effects? I forget what it's called.
Lesser restoration.
That's it, restoration.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't have any restoration potions.
Question.
Shoot.
If she were to take him to the pool or the water, does she
I would
think that he
drown.
might wake up? No, she wouldn't drown you.
I would.
It's a really good
drown.
question. You don't know.
Can Rena roll a medicine check on him
Sure.
if she's
Well, he's
not waking up?
Scott's too lackadaisical about this.
Okay.
I'm gone. Scott's like, I can't believe you rolled a 1. Shouldn't have rolled a 1.
Normal medicine?
The barrel of status effects.
What do I do? What do I know?
You
Wow.
know that actually Elijah is a woman. Dun, dun,
No!
dun.
Wait a second. He has breasts.
That's a nat 20 medicine check. Does she know possibly what's going on with him?
I can't believe you gave away my character's secret like that.
No, so honestly, he seems physically, aside from that handprint on the side of his face, perfectly fine. Physically, he seems perfectly fine. His heart is beating a bit irregularly, so maybe there's nightmares or some sort of dreams going on that might be affecting them, but they're not conscious, but they physically are perfectly fine. I guess the best way to phrase it would be comatose.
Damn. Ophios, he's essentially in a coma.
Does Ophios even understand the concept of coma? His people are so short-lived. And then if somebody enters a not wake up sleepy time, probably just kill him.
Shoot. I'm assuming the room did this to him.
Yeah, we should avoid that room. I can't
Can you
tell.
carry him?
Yeah, I can.
Pog.
Here's
She-
hoping
like
he
when you
wakes up.
Yeah,
It's like when you pass out in a car ride and then you wake up in your bed. Like when you were a
that's
kid.
exactly what's gonna happen. Yeah, we'll be home. You'll be like, "What happened?"
Oh, I'm not in the temple anymore.
No. No. All right, we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave. I'll carry him.
All right.
Okay.
We're going back out this way.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, that's bad. Maybe we leave and come back.
And I'm looking in this room.
Hey.
Rena, if you can't move his token, he can move it for him.
Sure. Yeah. I can
Yeah.
just-
Thanks. Sorry, I can't click on yours.
No, you're
I'm
good.
just gonna put it
Okay.
on top of yours.
And so
No
inside
problem.
this room, you see, as you can see, a bit of like a trough that's there. Inside that trough, there's a strange shimmering kind of, call it liquid that's inside there. It seems rather thick, rather viscous, but it's almost like a honey color and texture. You know what I mean? Without touching it, just like the way you're seeing it. It's
Is
moving.
that
Ophios-
in the other room?
It's moving ever so slightly. But you can also see those little holes there. It's because you can clearly see like through the wall ever so slightly. There's a pool on the other side. Almost like there's meant to be some sort of way that it can go from this room to that room. What were you gonna say?
He's going to pull out the jar and compare.
The jar is a clear liquid that's more or less like
Okay.
water, like a kind of hard to imagine, I guess, but like a thick water. Almost like if you took a little bit of gelatin and mixed in with water, but like not a lot, just a little bit. So the water's just a little thicker.
Can I break concentration on the one thing and use detect magic now?
Yeah, you want to just more or less let it go? Let
Yep.
it go?
Would I tell that he was about to do that?
Yeah, you can. You can actually read him very, very, very well. Why,
Like
do you want to say
before.
something?
Yeah. Yeah. she'd say, "Wait, don't drop that yet.
Why?
It could be useful."
But isn't it important to know what this is? It's different than the one before, and I do not want to touch. Given what happened to Elijah.
Is there a scent or anything coming off of it?
No.
Why don't we see where it leads first?
Fair. As in go around
Yeah.
to see what's on the other side of those slits.
Probably back inside where we first started on this floor.
Shoop. Shoobadoop. Shoobadoop doop doop. Whoop.
It seems to lead to a room that has a massive pool inside of it. Same shape and style and whatnot of the pool in the other room. Also seems to have a very similar, if not the same, liquid inside the pool. But off that wall to your right-hand side, there's those little spigots that happen to exist there. Spigots that seem to be designed to, I guess, allow whatever that honey-like liquid to pour into this room, to drain into whatever this pool is. That certainly wasn't the case in the other room.
With my protection on, Ophios is going to walk into the pool to look through those slats from this side.
With your protection on, you're going to walk into the pool?
Correct.
Okay. So you walk into the pool, and the pool is, as I said before, thicker than water, but not thick. You know what I mean? As I keep describing. And the other one, there's no reaction to you as you go into it. It just seems to work like water. You know, aside from being thicker. You just go into it.
And I'm looking through the slots. Is there any more detail or anything I can get from
Those
it?
it's like a closed spigot. That's like shoving your eye, looking up a beer tap.
Oh, so there's just spigots. I can't see through to the other room.
Correct.
I'm going to turn one on without being under it. If
There's
possible.
no control for it on this side.
Really? Interesting.
Does this seem basically identical to the
If
the
there's
first
no
pool?
control on this side, Ophios has a lot of questions and concerns and will immediately exit the pool.
Obviously you're sopping wet. It looks the same as the other room, aside from this room has the spigots in it. And obviously when you touch the water in the other pool, different things happened. You know, your brain went.
Ophios will simply say, the second floor is morbid. We found dead bodies seemingly trapped in cages.
You guys each got a Winifred's wisdom, so please mark that somewhere. And continue, Ophios. The second floor seems a bit more morbid. We found dead bodies trapped in cages. I think you were going to say more.
Yeah, and this seems like exterior control to this pool. This intelligence that I have is new to me. This item that Elijah got me is opening my mind a bit more. But from what I'm gathering from this, it almost seems like testing, torturous. And
Like a
possibly
training.
this... Yeah, and possibly this liquid causes harm, not help. To filter out the weak, much like my people do through combat. They do through manipulation, mentalities, intelligence. Who outwits the other, traps the other in cages.
I would say we could move up, but I want to try to find Salant on this floor. Perhaps we should head back to the initial door.
I agree.
She'll go to head out.
Shoopadoop.
Is this where they were? Yeah.
This is the original door. right
Oh. Oh, so it leads down.
here. Yeah, because
Oh,
we had,
that's where
we
we
had just
came
come
from.
up.
I
Yeah.
see. Okay, sorry. Sorry.
This is like the cage, whatever it is.
Well,
Awesome. And with that, why don't we end our session at almost 2 a.m. my time. So I know we wanted to get more done, but obviously Rena had work. Work is important. So we did that. We could only get so much done this evening. But we got to see Yondis not learn life lessons.
You learned something.
Jake will be disappointed. So yeah.
don't
You guys
fix it, Jake.
finished the first floor. At least you believe you did, right? And the second floor you've done a lot in. When we come back next session, poor Messi is of course gonna have to sit there and quietly wait his turn as we try to figure out what the is going on. So yeah, you guys excited? Was this fun?
This is terrifying.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was fun, sir.
It's good. It's a good time.
I really want to know whether my Ophios's thoughts right now are somewhat accurate, but I know you can't tell me, and it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Find out next week.
I mean, there are some people that have some answers, but it's
Let's beat them up.
yeah, I won't lie. Just some things I can't say too much because I don't want to give anything away for you guys or for the people that don't know what happened in that Patreon session. But just some of the things that you guys have done have perfectly mirrored some of the stuff that they have done. And some of the things that you've done are very different than the things that they've done. And so it just makes me happy to like see those differences because I get to explore some things, because I'm like, oh, this is a new thing I get to describe or introduce. And there's other things where I'm like, oh, I know what I'm doing here. So it just makes me so happy to see like how this different group of players play different, similar to the other group of players. As you're all like, what the fuck is going on? So it's a lot of fun.
I'm glad I took the outside route to begin with.
Okay, I'll give you this. For the most part, they did too.
Oh no.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah.
I told you. I'm just kidding.
So again, there are some ways where I'm like, you guys take these paths, and I'm like, oh my god, they took those paths. You know what I mean? So yeah, because it just tickles my fanny that this is the way you guys are playing. And a lot of this, because I don't have a recording of this. I don't record Patreon sessions verbally, visually, nothing. It is, I don't have any notes for it because what notes am I going to keep, right? So I very much just have exactly what they do, where they did, how they did it. I have to keep it all locked up in here. And they were here IRL like 5 months ago. So everything that they went through, I have to just remember where and when they did what. And then just try to like portray that. And I think I'm doing pretty good so far, if I might, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm excited to see how much further it goes and what happens in the future, what you guys are able to glean and... But you have to say,
Happy DM is a dead party.
Before they came to this location, I had this location set and waiting for the Kingmaker crew for, again, IRL months. And they never came. They're like, yeah, we're too busy to like talk to that undead guy or like go to that place. We're like busy doing our own things. I mean, like, yeah. And then you guys found out about this place a long ass time ago, and you never came. And then Patreon came.
We found out about this place?
Yeah.
I don't remember finding out.
There
about
was
this
reasons to pull you down here. You guys
that's
found
what
out.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was.
Remember? Oh, Tyler was the only one. I want to go south. No.
We were like,
Yeah, because we
nah.
saw the Loper incident where they flipped the horses towards each other. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty badass. I don't know.
this temple has Ophios skittish. Obviously, it's Loper magics. It's a lot of Loper things, and it's really testing him because he knows that there's certain extents that he can trust his instincts, and other extents where he's like, he doesn't know, and he has to be cautious because he doesn't know how things will affect him since these are the enemies of his people.
Yep. I don't know. For me, this is legitimately just a lot of fun. So I hope you guys are enjoying it even a tenth as much as I am, because I am having a lot of fun with these sessions. Like, to me, this is why I play D&D. So I just have to say thank you, because you guys are making this it's worth staying up till 2 in the morning, even though I had to take a 15-minute nap to survive work today. You know what I mean? Like, it's worth every fucking second. So.
Good. I'm glad you love me being anxious right now.
Well, there's that too. Anyways, I'm sorry. We will do our outro, and then we'll go raid somebody. So starting with our outro, Rena, you came in late. You came in last, so we'll let you go first. Who are you? How can we find you? Why do we give a shit?
I don't know. I'm just kidding.
I won't lie, your stream last night was a lot of fun.
Thanks. I'm glad. It was fun. Okay, well, I'm Rena the Destroyer. Hi. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I was playing Dark Souls 3 last night for the first time in 9 months. I suck at it, no surprise, but it's a lot of fun.
Good game.
Yeah, I forgot how much I enjoyed it until I started dying again, then I remembered why I took a break from it. I was like,
beaten it?
No.
Oh,
No, I haven't.
I won't lie, Dark Souls is not a good game to play in 2020. Because like the cool thing about Dark Souls is like the anxiety you get from playing the game is like, it's like fun anxiety. But I feel like 2020 is just such an anxiety-ridden
like
year.
Extra anxiety, yeah.
It's like you just need more Animal Crossing. I just need to hear happy music and just like plant flowers. You know, like.
Which is funny because like that and Dark Souls are my 2 games right now, so it's like both of my aesthetics coming together, so it's pretty great. It's good. You need a balance, you know. So, no, but it was fun. It was a good time. Yeah.
You like my background? Pog.
I love it. Pog. I told you
I
you
should
said
get
it
a
in
Dark
real
Souls
life.
background, and I'll swap between them.
When something bad is happening, have the Dark Souls one going on. And
No, the
something
Animal
good is
Crossing
happening.
one.
Oh, well, yeah, you're
Animal
right.
Crossing reminds me of debt. Dark
True.
Souls reminds me of dying.
So they're both bad either
Oh,
way.
yeah,
Got it.
pretty much.
Okay.
Well,
yeah, that's pretty much it.
thanks, Rita. Tyler came in second, so Tyler, you can, first is the worst, second is the best.
No, I want Messi to talk first, because.
Well, Rena already talks first. Do you want me to hold on? Should we Loper magic this?
Yeah, Loper magic it
Loper
real
magic
quick.
do
The
this?
reason I wanted him to go first is I want him to explain himself.
I think Premiere Pro or whatever the hell it's called can do that.
Rena
that
didn't
Loper
get to
magic?
see it, but he needs to explain himself.
I
I'll
think you
explain it
do
off
need to
camera.
explain yourself.
I'll explain it off camera.
No, you have to explain yourself.
What did I do, Tyler?
Just talk about
did I
what
do?
you just talk about what you did today briefly, and then talk about where people.
Okay, I went to work. I felt some emails.
In the games.
I was with you the whole time in the temple. That's all I did.
Yeah, totally.
I was just.
Okay, I took care of him.
Anyway, if you guys want to check it out, he does an NBA 2K live stream on Sundays, where he has a bunch of streamers in there for a pretty cool season that they're doing on Sundays. So definitely check that out. That's over on Dunk TV.
/Dunk TV.
Are you
UNC.
plugging me?
Yeah, because he kicked you. I felt bad, so I wanted to.
Oh, thanks, bro. Yeah,
Is this-
you're
is
still
that-
in the dunk contest, by the way.
I
You're
can
still
put him in
like
the waiting
projected
room.
first.
Who is?
Tyler.
Tyler?
He's
Cool.
projected first to win the dunk contest right now.
Oh, I projected.
Ah.
I thought you said I'm currently winning the dunk
It's
contest.
like I think it might be this week. It's either this week or next week. It's like real soon. I don't remember which week it is, but we're doing like a whole special where we're gonna bring on everyone, or we're gonna try to bring on everyone that's in like the All-Star game and all that.
Am I making the All-Star game?
Bigger cast, mate. I think so. I'll have to double check. We'll definitely have you on if you want to. I don't think it's this Sunday. I think it's next week. But we'll have you on for to do the dunk contest if you want.
Yeah.
If you want to watch it live.
Yeah,
I'm hyped
mean,
for the dunk contest. It's gonna be dope.
what was my guy's name? Jackson?
Oh
I
yeah,
forgot.
Jack Michelson or
Ophios.
whatever it was.
Just Ophios.
No, so if your character, like if Daelric is in a game while Daelric's on the stream, then the Daelric that's on the stream that's shoutcasting isn't Daelric, because Daelric.
It was Jack Gylhouse.
Jack Gylhouse. Yeah, you were Jack Gylhouse. So whenever Dunce and I have games and we're casting them, we'll change our names. So I'm Uncle Beans, and I don't remember what Dunce is,
Do you like?
because he's only been in like one
Do you
game.
make really good rice?
Yeah.
Like a knockoff
That's
brand
bad.
of rice.
Yeah, that's
It's like
been
Walmart
we're
brand-
direct competitors.
Walmart brand
Well,
rice.
honestly, I'd rather not say his name anymore because I don't want to give him free publicity. But I mean, I have my own brand of rice that I think is the best. If
Yeah.
that answers your question.
No. And I think it's funny that Uncle Beans is rice as opposed to, like pinto or something. But hey,
Well, who says it can't? Who says it can't have both? Why do rice and beans have to be completely different markets to you?
I say that.
Anyway, we got sidetracked on this outro. But
yeah.
Messi was saying what he did earlier in his solo
Yeah.
session.
Well, I didn't know you wanted to hear about that. Well, found something, entertaining. And, I spent some time on it. That's all.
Okay, well, I think it's everybody. Awesome.
Wait,
Well,
I didn't get to talk.
You never stopped.
You shush. Don't be like Mike and call me a Chad.
Boston is not Rice Town. Listen, Green.
What do you say?
It's
What is
T-Town.
that? What are you implying?
Anyway, the reason I wanted to go last is because I have a charity stream coming up on July 21st. It is going to be my 11-year anniversary of my kidney transplant. So I'm going to be fundraising
transplant
for the United
pod.
Network for organ sharing on the 21st, and then I have a big surprise coming up on July 24th that you'll have to stay tuned for. In all of my content, wherever you see me, there might be hints about stuff that's coming, whether it be in the background of my streams or videos or casually
Hashtag smile
inserted
always.
somewhere in a nice little hinted edit to a small corner. You never know. So yeah, check out videos and things like that, because there will be hints being dropped about what's coming on the 24th, which, by the way, the 24th will have the video that talks about what it actually is.
Sweet.
And then I did post a video today, but I don't think I had my editor insert a hint. So, but I don't know. He might have done so.
Yeah, go watch it to see if it's there.
Yeah.
You have to watch the whole video and take notes. Thumbs up, like and subscribe.
Even Tyler doesn't know if it's there. It's that
Ring
hidden.
my bell. Hey, you guys can actually ring a bell on my YouTube channel now. It's less
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I have to do this whole week's now, but I'm going to take care of Kingmaker before I go to bed tonight, so I get it released today. Tomorrow, I'll take care of the next one and the next one. So, like, I'll break them up so it's like one each day. But yeah, I've actually been pretty good. This is the bad week so far. I'm going to start taking care of it tonight before I go to bed, so it's not bad.
Oh, you guys can ring the bell on YouTube. Oh, no, not
Oh.
today. Not today.
Also, one of my
It's fine.
incentives for the
It's fine.
charity stream that I decided upon, I'm going to release my, if we reach a certain amount in race, I'm going to release my American Ninja Warrior tryout casting call video,
Ooh, your audition.
my audition tape.
Hey guys, it's me, Tyler, trying to be American Ninja Warrior. And you're climbing monkey bars.
Doing backwards somersaults, somersaults down a hill.
Both ways.
Occasional awkward ninja kick. It's really me, broomstick boy, whatever.
Star Wars kid.
Yeah, Star Wars
Oh,
kid.
I
He
love that
says
video.
somersaults down a hill. This just makes me think of Princess Bride. He's
Yep.
like, oh,
Yeah.
You guys see that,
please pick me.
that Twitter video of the guy who does like 600 backflips down the sand dune,
Yes. Oh my gosh,
then he-
that is the
and then he
coolest.
face plants?
Yeah.
He's going like 20 miles per hour or something fucking insane.
Have you seen the
Like-
other view from someone on the
Yeah.
beach? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
He's
it's
just
the
like,
guy with the camera. He's full sprinting, trying to keep up.
You know what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Share that in our little secret chatty thing, because I've never I want to see that.
Yeah,
But
I'll find it.
all right, so we'll bounce out of here. Tyler, just so you know, I am working that Tuesday, but I imagine you're doing stuff in the evening. I get off of work at the same time. I can hang out at the same evening time-ish. So if we're talking like 9 p.m. my time, 6 p.m. your time, maybe a smidge earlier, I could actually hang out if you have something in mind at that time. So I don't know what you're doing, but if you want to bother me, it won't be.
It's probably not going to be a full 12-hour, just because my sleep schedule has been all
Yeah, but
fluffed
you
up
don't
and all
start
kinds of
early
stuff.
anyway. It's usually start.
I'm starting around 2 or 3 p.m. So yeah,
Yeah.
you would. So I'm thinking it'd be like an 8-hour stream.
Yeah. So that's because your my time zones are so far off that actually, your what 6 p.m. is my 9 p.m. So that's you only partway into it, so halfway. Into
Yeah.
It. So
we,
just
we
kind
can
of
talk about that.
so ping me if you have anything. But anyways, so yeah, bye everybody. Bye. Let's go raid. Hold on, let me
Yeah.
just check and see who's actually still streaming. Let's go raid Eric because he's playing Dark Souls because
Yes.
yeah, that
We're
makes
talking
sense.
about that.
Yeah, we're just talking about it. So let's go raid Eric. Because of the whole Dark Souls thing. Hop into the raid and raid Dark Souls. And don't forget to press follow. Because, I think he's an affiliate now. If he's not, press follow to make him an affiliate. Or I should say press follow because you like his content and you want to see more of it. And if that inevitably leads to affiliate, that would be awesome for him. But don't just do it to make that happen because that would be against TOS. But, just appreciate. Yeah, okay, shut up, Scott.